Hi there. So it's a time for us to save the files which we have selected for our cover and for our user profile picture. Okay, so for that purpose, we will have to come back to our database, phpMyAdmin, localhost and phpMyAdmin. Then we are going to our database, then the column users, and we need to have two additional columns in this table. The first column will be a user profile picture, which we call Ava, and the second column will be a cover image of the user. Okay, so what do you think? Are we gonna store the files in our phpMyAdmin and MySQL? No, we're not going to store the files in our database. We will store the files on our server, but in our database we will be keeping only HTTP link to that file. Okay, so as a step number one, in order to save the files on our server, we will go to phpMyAdmin, then to our database, FB, which is for Facebook, then we'll go to the table users. We're going to the structure right here. Then here, let's after gender add one column, which will be cover. Type will be varchar because we're gonna store here the HTTP link, and the length we will write 1000 and we will save it. Excellent. So we're coming back again to the structure. Now we have a cover column. Then we're adding again another column, which is after cover. We're clicking go. The name of the column will be Ava, type will be varchar, and the length will be 1000, and we're saving this. We're going to browse. Here we can click ignore all. So here we have now two more columns in our database, cover and Ava. These two more columns are going to store the HTTP link to our file. So what we will be doing is, whenever we send the cover or whenever we send the profile picture of the user to the server, we will build the logic. If in case the cover has been tapped, then go to the column cover where the user ID is 18 and insert the link in the column cover and upload the file to the server. If the user profile picture, which is Ava, has been tapped instead of the cover, then go to the database where the column, go to the column Ava where the user ID is 18 and insert a link to the file in the column Ava and upload the photo to the server. So this is what we are gonna implement here. So I would like to start by going to NetBeans and directly to the access.php file. So here, access.php file, you know that it is responsible and handling the direct connection with the server. So in access.php, we will write a protocol which will send a request to the server via our logic which we gonna build now. Okay, so I will name the function. We will write here the new function. It will be the last function at the moment. Function, we update image path. Open the round bracket, then $sign will type, which can be cover or Ava, then the path itself and the ID. Open the curly brackets. Okay, so here first of all we'll write the SQL statement, which is $sign SQL equals to, and the quotation marks. Here we write the SQL language update users by setting, then we write set, and here we make space, then we're coming out of the quotation marks, then again space, dot, again space, type, again space, dot, space, opening and closing quotation marks again, then writing in these second quotation marks equals question mark, space, where ID equals question mark. So this is what we are willing to do. Okay, excellent. And don't forget to put here semicolon. So how this statement looks like is update users set, let's say cover equals to that one, where user ID will be equals to this is how it looks. So this one is variable, which can be cover or it can be ava, depend what we will be selecting. Okay, so then we are going to prepare the statement. We'll write statement equals this, then dash and greater mark, con, which responsible for connection, prepare SQL statement. Coming out, and don't forget to close semicolon. Okay, so here I'll write the comment prepare command to be executed. Okay, very good. So then we continue, we're checking existence of the error. If exclamation mark statement, so it means if statement could not execute, then we want to show the error. Throw new exception, then in the round brackets we write statement arrow error. Excellent. So this one, if error occurred while execution. Then we continue. Now we want to bind, once since we have prepared the statement to be executed, we will bind the parameters to the question mark. If it is difficult for you to read, try to focus on this comment. This is how it's gonna be looking like. So cover will be changed Ava in case if we will tap the Ava image on our in our app. Okay, so here we will write statement arrow bind parameters. Then here we put quotation marks. The first parameter is string. It will be URL to access the Ava. Then the second one ID will be integer. And here we write first path, which is responsible for string, then comma, then we'll write $symbol ID, which is to be integer. Don't forget to put semicolons there. So here we are assigning parameters to the prepared execution, to the prepared command execution. Excellent. So once we've prepared that, we need to execute it. Result will be storing the result of statement which is executed. So result will store the result of executed statement. Excellent. And we will read, and don't forget to put semicolon at the end. And we will now return our return value. Here we go. This must be result, and we will return result. Excellent. So this command is responsible for updating our database. So in case if type which we will pass to this file from the app, this type will be Ava, this type will be cover. So if Ava tapped, here will be Ava. If cover tapped, here will be cover. So what it will do is it will update the users table. It will set as, let's say, Ava column to store the URL to the file which we have uploaded to the server, where the ID will be ID of the user currently logged in. So this function is responsible updating the path in the database, the path of the image which is stored in the server, updating in the database. Okay, excellent guys. So very good. So we've prepared our domain and important protocol. Now we need to write a backend protocol for uploading the file. Excellent guys, good job, congrats. Let's go further.